All I can say is, equal rights! Woo! Equal rights, equal rights, equal rights, equal rights. Yes, like I said, Lucifer Star. Me! I'm for equal rights. And due process and laws and everything else. And blah blah. Yeah, I did do them in domain laws, I think, too, somewhat. Well, not really, because, well, mostly I did them in domain laws because people would have to, some people were just taking away other people's property. And it's like, you can't do that without payment. And I always paid people anyway. So, anyway, yeah. So, like I said, I'm Lucifer Star. My star lines. Belfast. Irish. And what's it called? And yes, I know that's another thing. Like I said, there's a few things that would pitch me against even the male population, basically. Um, Equal rights for women, anti-rape laws. Like, most people really wouldn't notice, really wouldn't have any problem with anything that I did or said, basically. I mean, I just happen to be your creator and just happen to be the real Lucifer Star. And just happen to be, like, you know, well, theoretically, you're president, but basically, actually, you're creator, the Lord Lucifer Star. They said 100 trillion years old, basically creator of exoskeletons, 1.5s, and a lot of other life forms. But basically, equal rights for everyone, including digital or computer life forms, and also like other life forms as well, not just the humans, not just humies, but all my other life forms too. They need rights too and protection. So anyway, equal rights for women though, of course, and all that, and voting, women's rights to vote, all that stuff. So yeah, of course. I mean, Lucifer Star Line, Lucifer White Star Line, the big train magnet, basically, or train person. LS, LS Island, LS Trains, LS this, LS that. Like I said, um, so some people might notice because I lead from. I also lead from the crowd, like equal rights, equal rights, equal rights, the vote, yeah. But I'm also like, yes, and I believe, yes, we should decide this out. As basically being LS Lucifer Star Line, basically the builder of the biggest ships and the biggest mines and employment of the most amount of people. And yes, lots of people would be giving me their children or putting my children into work into my companies for years. My good companies. Like I said, the LS, not the Harlem and Wolf. Harlem and Wolf was very bad and scrapped out my LS shipyard. Like I said, LS shipyard, the Belfast shipyard was LS, my shipyard. So anyway, and I owned what is considered the French shipyard, or LS. There's LC and LS. I own both big shipyards in Belfast. I own all. At one point in time, I owned all shipyards, but I consolidated some of them. I did sell some of my smaller shipyards to open up the big shipyard. Like I said, there's always financial concerns, and it's always a financial thing. So I think like I said, I had some other shipyards since the Helena Troy time, or some smaller shipyards, and I sold them all to make one big, massive shipyard, or a few big, massive shipyards. And like I said, we did really well for ourselves. We talked to the Irish, and some of the Germans and stuff like that. Like I said, basically, I built our own Sweden or Switzerland or something like that. I built and owned many different places, and so did my people. Like I said, we were all together, equal rights, and all that stuff, and equal rights for black people too. Like I said, black people always had equal rights. Black people only had a problem with the white people having equal rights, apparently, or something like that. I don't really know. Like I said, and equal rights for others as well. Chinese, Japanese, Italians, British, Cuban, doesn't really matter. Equal rights. So like I said, I mean, so anyway, so equal rights. So anyway, and all that stuff. So many people did, and some people had a problem with equal rights and all that, but a lot of people, equal rights for Mexicans, equal rights for immigrants, and all that stuff, or at least equal, you know. Anyway, it's just and all that stuff. So anyway. Just because you're an immigrant or just because you're from another country doesn't mean that you don't get the same rights and respects that other people do. So, anyway, just a matter of money or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But, we all have to start somewhere. So, Anyway, though, yeah, I mean, some people might say, well, you basically built the foundation for your takedown. It's like, I don't really know. I mean, a few crazy people like JFK, Richard Nixon, like I said, they really didn't get anywhere until they started killing people. And that's when they started actually getting someplace. And it wasn't exactly a good place either. So like I say, I don't really know. You'll have to go talk to, I mean, you can talk to John McCain. He knew about it. Jimmy Carter, they're all kind of like together or something like that. I don't really know. Crazy. Like I said, my people just built the White House and built the Washington, D.C. building, and I just paid for it, basically, to be renovated and built and all that other stuff. I mean, I'm Lusifer Star. So, anyway, so yeah, and I was for equal women's rights and right to vote, right to have a job, right to have a driver's license, right to do whatever. So, anyway, and also right to not have to be raped or to be able to choose which man you sleep with or are with. So, anyway, yeah. Technically, under Nixon's or JFK's laws or whatever rules, basically, I would have the right to rape any woman I wanted. But it's like, well, I'm the creator, so women, considering I created women, created women, so anyway, though, I didn't really, I don't think I should have a problem with women throwing themselves at me because it's like, well, I created your mom's reproductive system that made you. So, and everything else. So, or other stuff. So, anyway, like I said, my exoskeletons love me. My exoskeletons love me. Because I built green pastures and plants. I genetically created plants and all that for them and all that, so they could eat, and stuff. And I also did lots of other stuff. And I have my 1.5s, and we're all a big family, you see. So, anyway, and then of course there's computers and all that stuff, and computer life forms. Honesty, truth, justice, all that stuff. And so, anyway, there were a few people that I guess didn't see eye to eye with me about a few things. So, anyway, yeah. So anyway, so equal rights for women, women's right to vote, women's right to lead, women's right to hold a position in military and government and even science. So, anyway, and literature and schooling and all that. And even the right to work in any position they want. Although I liked my women to try and stay clean, and a lot of the men also tried to protect their women and stuff. I mean, a dirty old coal mine isn't really a place for a woman. So, anyway. Not that they couldn't be there if they didn't want to, but, So, anyway, it's like, in fact, I usually actually kind of, I think, paid women more than men. Sorry, so I did play a little bit of favoritism maybe with the women. I mean, they're women, come on. Who doesn't want to pay their women more? So, anyway, I wasn't even getting sex. So, anyway, though, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Women usually went to school more than men, so, than boys. So, anyway, it's all complicated and all that other stuff, so. Anyway, and like I say, it goes into existence and everything, but yes, I'm Lusifer Star. I was for equal rights. Anyway. You see, I was for a lot of things. Anyway. Yeah, so, well. Even black people's equal rights, so. At least for the majority. There are a few black people that, they just, they were maybe too old-fashioned, I don't know. They just didn't see eye to eye with me, Anyway, yeah. Like Mr. Brown. Papa. Tear it down, my people will be like a plague onto this world. A plague onto this world. My Irish people would laugh and they would say, yeah, well, you could be walking down the street and just pass by him and the wind could blow his way or something like that. And a plague onto this world. I'm going to tear you down. I forget. I used to know his spew by heart because he told it to me one time. I was like, oh, wow. Look out for that guy. So, and I think eventually he was getting bombs and bombing cities or nuking cities or something like that. Or whatever. I don't know. He used like all the money, all the opium money every cent he possibly ever could get his hand on to basically try and bomb and get vengeance for everything that he ever. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Go talk to him. Go ask him. He should be like 90 years old or 100 years old now or some age now. Like I said, he was getting white women addicted to opium, and he used to walk around with a fur coat and a black cane with a gold lion's head or a silver lion's head, driving some Bentley or something like that, and driving around, on basically on the Bloods and the Crips money or all the black money that you could possibly get, and pretty much he was spending it all to basically try and get back at the white people for locking him up after he was like I said, he was caught in Warsaw slapping women and basically doing a whole bunch of really bad things, like stabbing people with his cane or trying to harass people. Basically, he would harass people that owned stuff or rich people, basically. And anyway, so my Irish people were having a problem with him. So anyway, and like I said, the Irish people, they thought he worked for me, or they thought blah blah blah, or thought something. I was like, no, 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 no. I have nothing to do with Papa. I really don't have anything to do with the Bloods or the Crips. I owned Black Star. Black Star Line was a company that was started where I gave them some stuff of mine, some old ships that they fixed up or something like that, and we're using them to do stuff. I trained my people trained a black crew to be able to crew a ship and all that other stuff, and so they were they were doing some stuff for me, and I was paying, they were getting, I think they were stealing the money though, like I say, they were supposed to be doing shipping and stuff like that, and I think they were, like I said, Papa probably got around them and probably talked to them about how you can't trust a white lord, you can't trust a white leader, you can't trust a white god, you can't trust a white bank, and it's like, anyway though, but I allowed them to have some ships, and also was helping them financially, and also loaning them money and helping them, helping the black people get up on their feet, and also, providing schools to them, letting them in, having them be a part of the public education system or the school system, basically, so they could get education themselves, and so they could, work their way up, the proper way, by doing tours and by, working, crewing the ship, all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, but then I guess Papa came along, or Black Papa, and basically plague on this world, and basically wanted to, like, I don't know. Anyway, so like I say, I don't really know. Like I say, he was trying to get guns and ammunition or something like that, and basically he wanted to do something with the black people. And like I said, my Irish people, it's a big world. There's, you could never know who worked for me and who didn't work for me. Like I said, I am Lusifer White Star, LS. So, like I said, I had gypsies working for me. I had all kinds of people working for me. And the gypsies, somebody targeted the gypsies and went after them or something like that I think just because they were, like I said, they were in a town one time, and something bad happened, and they actually caught the guy who was doing something bad, and it turned out to be the mayor or something like that. I don't really know. Like talk to the gypsies. They encountered some bad things in the world too, and they dealt with them accordingly. Because and people would also try and steal or try and attack them. I mean, there's a lot of people just running around with guns, and so the gypsies were dealing with things too, Middle Easterns. So it's a big world, and like I said, I had my people, and there's other people with other people. So, and we all basically do our thing. I had big epic ships built in Belfast, and like I said, quite a few ships actually. So. Anyway, and was responsible for like a third or 2/3 of the shipping in the ocean. So, anyway, Lusifer Star. Me. Yep. So, just a little mining and shipping company. Yeah. I also did flight and diesel engines and hydraulic rams and all that other stuff. So, steam power too. So, I was a big supporter of steam. Steam. Other people like steam too. So, but also equal rights for women. Yeah. Anyway.